Sometimes I think we can be blinded by our own self-awareness, and what I mean by that is we can do all of the journaling, all of the reflection, looking back on past patterns and recognizing perhaps where we went wrong or what beliefs weren't serving us. But a lot of the time, these things don't come up until we're actively engaging in personal relationships or activities that strike a chord within us and really mean something to us. It's almost like those little demons that we've been burying come up to the surface that we just simply weren't aware that they were still living within us, even after all of the self-reflection. Something I've learnt over the past couple of weeks in engaging in activities that mean a lot to me, such as music, it was brought to my attention that I just don't let myself fail. I don't let myself be a beginner, and that is heavily bleeding into many other aspects of my life that act as a block and are kind of derailing me. But again, I would never have known had I not been actively engaging in the world and being present in my life and living my life. Sometimes you really have to step away from such intense self-reflection. We actually have to be in our lives in order for those things to come up and be dealt with and healed. We all have to let ourselves fail. We all have to let ourselves be a beginner. We have to let ourselves be bad in order to be good. I'll probably say it a million times, but we have to let ourselves fail. Hello everybody. Hey. So I went to the bookshop, did a little haul, kind of, sort of. Not really a haul, but I got books. The girl at the bookstore is the cutest, sweetest girl ever, that I just get along with her really well. I'm always in the bookstore. Anyway, I was telling her that I love Joan Didion and I love Eve Babbitt's and I just need some good books like that. And she gave me all these recs and I kind of just bought them all, to be honest. I had borrowed My Brilliant Friend from the library, and then life happened to me and I had to take it back before I'd finished it, whatever. So I bought that because I need to finish that. And then I also got Hot Milk by Deborah Levy, which I've started reading it and I love it already. The Idiot, I also have started reading that and I also really like it. I love the writing in it. It's just like I'm in it already, which is kind of hard for me. And I got a new journal. Yay! I'm writing songs in there, so that's very exciting. And that's my old journal that I just finished this morning. 13th of May I started that. Wow guys, so many thoughts in there. So many thoughts in there. Started out nice weather and now it's gloomy again. Just been to the shops. Randomly I was craving ratatouille and I'm making ratatouille now. Probably not the Italian way, but I love fennel, so I'm putting fennel in my ratatouille as well. I'm letting currently the eggplant soften because it takes up a lot of space in the pan itself. And now I'm adding in zucchini. I got all these tomatoes, I got all this produce. If you guys live in Australia, or Sydney specifically, I highly recommend shopping at Harris Farm markets because they always have really good sales. Like this was all just in the sales section. $2 a tray for everything. I got so much stuff and it all came to like $35 or something like that. And they always have imperfect sections and yeah, just really good veggies and meat specials and sales. I always buy my food predominantly on sale or special and it's really affordable. So that's a recommendation for all of my Aussie queens, especially Sydney. I just don't really know where Harris Farm is around Australia. I've only ever really known it to be in Sydney. So yeah. Anyway, also this is another thing I got from the bookshop. My first actual deck of tarot cards. I've actually never really owned tarot cards, so I'm so excited. It's the Lionsgate portal today. I'm watching a YouTube video about it right now, and my housemate and I are going to deck out the lounge room with candles, put on some frequency music and write our manifestations and just do tarot and have allowed that.
Welcome, dear. I've been eagerly awaiting your return.
To that, we can create whatever it is we want. See, your manifestations become real. This is at the source. This is how they connect to creation. This is sound creation. You know, this relational identity as a whole, and you become a version of yourself as a whole.
Because listen, manifestation is not just a one and done thing. It is a lifestyle. It is your whole life. It is the frequency. It is the vibrational alignment. We're not just going to be scripting. We're not just going to be doing a silly little manifestation ritual. This is real. This is real.
This is a Sophia Coppola coded bathroom to me, and that makes me really happy. Also, I don't know if I've showed you this before, but as an Australian girl, I just love this. How cute is that? Oh. Guys, this is hilarious. My housemate camped outside because he wanted to test out his tent. That's so funny to me. Gloomy vibes out here. Gloomy vibes. Guys, okay, it doesn't look cute right now, but look how cute the bedding is. The little roses are so cute. My friend recently moved to London and she gave me these sheets and I just think they're the cutest thing. And I went home to Noosa and got some old bedding of mine. I got this stunning cup that I made a couple of years ago, which just makes me feel so comfy. And this is my little room, which I know you guys have seen so much of, but I've done a little bit of updates. I got a mirror. Hey. I kind of changed my room around. The pillows, obviously I'm reading at the moment, so that's why the pillows are like that. I don't know, I think she's looking kind of cute. It's winter, so the heat is there, and that's obviously ugly, but I'm freezing, so I need it. I've got really bad skin at the moment. It's so bad. I picked my face all of last night, so please disregard that. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm so self-conscious about it. I've just never had like really bad skin before, and it's kind of fucking with me a bit. If anyone has any ideas of like how I can make this room even cuter, because it's so beautiful and there's so much potential, but I just don't want to like mess it up. I kind of really wanted to get a chair for like this area for reading, so that I'm not sitting in bed. Like I would love to just like sit here, be in my bedroom and read. My housemate also bought one of those hay lights that she can't use, so I was thinking of putting it up there, you know, like the big bobble lights. Yeah, and I need to get some art on the walls. There's a lot that I need to do with this room. I don't know why I always decide to film myself when I look horrible, but that's just reality, I guess. I can't believe my skin though. Call me vain. Maybe I am being vain, but having bad skin sucks. Oh my god, this is so good, bro. We made lemon, coconut, and butter. So watching a Jeremiah.
No, like I want to punch him in the face.
Oh, right. I was
Dude.
gonna be like, what?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Wow. I love like a classic sponge. Layered, rich, dark chocolate cake. Yes.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay, so ganache in between the layers, and then toasted hazelnut on top, and maybe like coconut. It's giving Adrian a cake. Yes. If you don't have markers, you might get someone to do that. You're right. I was thinking on the drive down anytime now. It's gonna say it's love. You call it what it was. Oh my god. Good morning, everyone. Well, let's get ready together. Oh my god. I have had all too well 10-minute version stuck in my head for the whole weekend. And it's been great. I have had the most gorgeous weekend. We kind of had a weekend of hosting all of our friends over, really, which was so nice. It's winter here, as you know, with the heater situation. So it's so nice to just have people over in a warm home and it be cozy, and you can just come in like your tracksuit pants kind of thing, you know. I'm such a homebody, so I love that vibe. My housemates, who are just the best people in the whole entire world, honestly, I adore them, had their friends over for a lunch, and they made the most incredible oxtail soup stew type thing. So we all had lunch together in the formal dining room, which was beautiful. And then yesterday on Sunday I had my friend Adelaide over, and we just spent the day baking in the kitchen. We made a lemon and coconut loaf with like a salted caramel sauce on top, and we drank tea. We sketched, and then we had more cake with my housemates. Just glorious. It was so nice. I just had the most beautiful weekend. God, I really need to get a new moisturizer. I'm using my night cream in the day and it's so thick. Ugh. Anyway guys, I think that I have cracked the potential code to why my skin is so insane at the moment. And I think it's from coming off the back of traveling for so long, which is such an intense stress on your body, just purely traveling and being so stimulated. Even though you're having like a great time, it's still just a lot of stress on the body. And then coming back to Sydney and trying to like basically just build a life from scratch, which was so stressful. Now I've been here for nearly a year and I'm only just feeling settled in now. So intense. I look back on it now and go, wow, like that was a crazy time. I think the cortisol situation has been in overdrive, hence my skin being really bad. And in turn, I've just been drinking so much coffee on an empty stomach. So I'm day 2 of having breakfast before I have coffee, and I, funnily enough, already feel so much better and just like scented. Not that it's obviously in 2 days made a difference to my skin at all, but I do feel different. I feel as though that may be quite the catalyst to my skin, so I'll be interested to see if eating breakfast every morning and getting sufficient sleep and things like that help me. Also, I realize because I do spend a lot of time on my own, spending time with good people relaxes me and calms me and makes me feel whole. That's also something. I'm going to put some makeup on, just a little zhuzhing, nothing crazy. I just like to cover up my spots when I'm leaving the house. I very much enjoy getting ready for the day, actually. I think I've always been raised, and not raised to put makeup on my face, but very much raised when I leave the house to look presentable and to take pride in my appearance. Strongly from my grandparents, actually. They would never ever leave the house without having head to toe looking schmick, and not dressed to the nines or anything, but just looking very smart and presentable. My nan would never leave the house without having her hair done and her lipstick on, kind of thing, and my pop would never leave the house being unshaven or looking at all unkempt, having his clothes out of place. And I actually think that's been a really nice thing to be raised that way. Also good for internal reasons. If you're leaving the house and you've made yourself look good and you feel good, I think it all comes back to, yeah, how you feel. So I do like to get ready for the day. I recently switched my concealer to the Hourglass concealer. Oh my god, it's incredible. And it just looks so natural. Be myself again, but I'm still trying to find it. I'm a coffee girl, very much over matcha. Coffee is my heart and soul. But I have been making some really good matchas. I really love really strong matcha and I use a lot of it when I make a matcha. If we're being really honest here, that is not cost effective. Obviously, I only like the good quality stuff and I'm using so much of it. It's like a delicacy. I also have a piano lesson today, which I'm so excited for. I am meant to be doing piano lessons weekly, but my teacher got sick and then I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks. You come, turn 21. Woo! Hello everyone. Okay, I just got back from my piano lesson. I don't know like what, I don't want to say what is wrong with me, but I don't let myself be a beginner at anything. Quite literally, I'm not even exaggerating or being hyperbolic when I say this. I hate myself when I'm not good at something or when I don't get something straight away. I just feel like a complete destitute of a human being, which is so stupid. And I know people are probably going to listen to this and go, wow, get some real problems. Yeah, I know, but it's truly debilitating. I know this sounds so silly, like I know, but where I'm getting at here is just how much it really affects my life. I thought it was just, you know, a silly little thing, a silly little facet of my personality that I kind of bury and don't put attention towards. Yeah, I just didn't really like think much of it, but now that I'm doing something that I care about so much, which is music and piano and stuff, I just had a lesson that wasn't even bad, that I didn't get something within the first few times of doing it, and I just left feeling so hopeless. And how stupid is that? The reason I'm saying this is because I'm realizing now just through that one lesson how much that truly blocks so many avenues of my life. I just don't even attempt to do things, or I don't put myself out there because I don't let myself just be a beginner. I don't let myself take baby steps and learn. I have to be a complete professional at something when I do anything that I do. I know it sounds silly, but it really impacts my life, and I think that was like just that lesson brought it back to my attention, because how stupid that just because I didn't get something in the first few minutes of doing it, I genuinely left wanting to cry and feeling so self-conscious and insecure about myself and so embarrassed that my teacher just thought I was some idiot coming to take piano lessons. What the hell is actually wrong with me? Like, that's the whole point of doing lessons in piano. You know, when you think you're over something, or you know, when you think something doesn't affect you, but then you have to actively engage in an activity for it to come out of you and realize how much it's really impacting your life. My perfectionism is actually really derailing my life, genuinely. That's not a huge statement to make. It really is, because I don't do things in many avenues, just as I said before, but especially within my career, I don't allow myself to advance in many aspects purely because I don't let myself try. I don't let myself fail. I don't let myself be bad at something in order. I'm so mean and insecure of myself, and I get really embarrassed really easily. Like, so easily I get so embarrassed about everything about myself, which I didn't even realize. God, that was kind of, I guess, a life-altering piano lesson. Wow. I said to my piano teacher, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm like so foggy today. She's like, what are you talking about? We're doing so much right now, like this is normal. And I was just like, no, it's not. Like, you're just being nice to me. Like, I don't believe you. That was my piano lesson. Maybe I need some sleep or something. Au revoir, guys. Thanks for listening to me rant about seemingly silly things, but I say all of these things because I do feel as though other people probably go through this as well. Maybe someone else who's going through that can also take a step back and engage in self-awareness to realize that not letting yourself the chance to fail at things however many times necessary is actually setting back your life, because it's setting back mine. With that, peace, love, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Guys, quickly, I was surfing YouTube tonight. I literally found a video that popped up. First video on my For You page on YouTube, I'm gonna call it. You're not a perfectionist, you're afraid of your own power. Carl Jung. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. It is so poignant to the whole topic that I literally have just spoken about, and it is so eye-opening and so helpful for perfectionists, and truly explains just how much it actually derails your life. It's not good. One quote from the video is, "The perfectionist sees mistakes not as an opportunity for improvement, but as proof of inadequacy." Right? Oh, I got my hair cut today. It's really short, but I'll show you that next time. Look at it. Whee! Love. Peace. Bye.